Hey, how's it going? Uzunksabody here, platooned up with Expired Assassin, Star Killer, Rooster, and Iron Maiden once again. We're here on Sacred Valley, Tier 10 match. Each team has 4 Tier 10s, so I'm going to lead the charge up the western flank and see what I can do there. I am really enjoying how this tank handles, especially the speed, able to get up in front of everybody else and negotiate around these buildings without knocking them over, so artillery doesn't really notice me coming. While this tank is an assault tank, it does require a bit of finesse to avoid getting shots into the lower glacis, which is this weakest spot in front of this tank. So with that in mind, I have to be able to get in a defensive position while covering my weak spots in the front of this tank to defend my team as they are advancing up the hill. Now at the beginning of the battles, you should keep track of how many tanks are getting spotted and where they're at in the map, because if they're getting spotted in one part of the map, then it's not going to be affecting you in another part of the map, and vice versa. If they don't get spotted in a certain part of the map, then you could be facing them in front of you when they are spotted. While I am making pretty good time getting up to the top of this hill, my team is still fairly far behind me, and as I get going up this hill, they're not going to be able to support me too well. So I'm going to have to get up behind one of these houses and make sure to make it possible for them to advance. And if I was in a medium tank getting up here like this, then I could be a pretty easy target, but with the IS-8 I'm able to do some pretty decent damage and defend against targets fairly easily, as long as they don't hit me in the lower glacis or the smaller weak spots in the top of the hatch. Okay, so I am now in a defensive position behind these houses, waiting for the enemy team to come up and advance. The enemy IS-8 advances, so I keep hard cover between me and him and move to attack, and I completely miss my shot. I am keeping hard cover between me and the IS-8 and angling my armor, so if he gets a shot on me, he will bounce off my sides. And as you already know by now, angling only works in one direction at a time. Some Pershing and a Freedom shows up, so I put a shot in and start angling towards that way. IS-8 advances, I'm able to put a shot in on him. He aims, he fires, and he bounces off the side skirt. Now I do know the Super Pershing is going to try to flank me, so I start aiming for him, shoot his track, and that's going to keep him in place for a while. As I'm reloading, I'm contemplating on advancing on him. I see his turrets face the wrong direction, so I advance on him, and he has a chance to track me. I track him, but I deal some damage to him. I repair, get myself out of there so I don't get shot once again. By this time, Star Killer has advanced forward. He's taking point, and not too many people are able to support him. I move forward, but just a little bit too late. Put a shot in on a Freedom, take out his ammo rack, and now the rest of the team are starting to push forward. At this point of the battle, it's pretty obvious that we have taken control of the hill, so I move forward to cover Expired Assassin, spotted a nice free shot on the IS-8, and get the kill. Now the mouse and the E100 are moving forward to push ahead, so I move forward to assist. And instead of going all the way around and trying to outrun the mouse and the E100, I decide to take an up and over approach on the FB-215B. Try to do a shot, and I miss. So then I take cover behind the rocks. And after bouncing that shot, I'm not going to push that luck, so I move behind the rocks and watch for an opportunity to advance. While the IS-8 does have some fairly decent gun depression compared to the other Russian tanks, there's no way for me to get the 215B from here. He spots me, and artillery hits me. Tracks me in place, but there's no place to really take advantage of that, so I'm fairly safe to just sit here and let the tracks come back up. I decide to not stick around for long, so I go up and over after the 215B. Expired Assassin goes a long way around. And now I'm back in the same situation of being above this 215B and unable to shoot down due to gun depression and rocks. So I'm trying to take aim. Don't see a shot, but an AMX-50B across the map I do see. I decided to go and take a shot, get the kill. And here I decide I'm going to go up and over on the 215B. I go up and over, and he shoots me. I shoot at him and completely miss. Russian accuracy at its finest. At this point I'm starting to think this might have been a bad mistake. I get hit from the rear, and then here comes Expired Assassin to the rescue. He gets a shot in. He also blocks his shot right there, saving my life. I have time to really angle my armor and get some nice effective fire in. And Expired Assassin takes the kill. But the Conqueror, being fairly lazy, he goes for the easy kill, shooting the rear end of the E75 instead of trying to take out me. I have the speed to get up beside him. I keep this house in between me and him, waiting for my reload. Be careful not to hit the house so he doesn't have a chance to really hit me. I shoot, I do some damage, and right here I thought I was dead for sure. But he rams me, and somebody takes the kill. Good job to the T-32. And at this point of the game, there's no more tanks over here on this side, and we win by capping.